Hi, fourth grade, it's Mrs. Boswell, and we are going to be doing Module 3, Lesson 1, Day 1, and we're going to focus on perimeter. So in your table of contents, you're going to want to mark it. Okay, make sure you mark your page. It's only one page today. It's Module 3, Lesson 1, Day 1, Perimeter. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and open up to our perimeter notes. Back up my camera just a little bit so you can see it. Okay. Come down here just a little bit. Our statement, but I'm so sorry. Remember, at any time you can pause the video when you are needed to. Okay. So this is Module 3, Lesson 1, Day 1 Notes. Okay. And it says our objective is I can investigate and use the formulas for area and perimeter of rectangles. Today, we're only going to focus on that word perimeter. Okay, so you're going to investigate formulas for perimeter, okay, of rectangles. So, what we're going to do is we're going to come down here to our first box. In this first rectangle, okay, please notice it has grid lines behind it. We're going to trace just the outside. So I want you to trace just the outside of this rectangle with me. I got 1, 2, 3, 4 sides to this rectangle. Okay. When we are doing perimeter, it is the distance around the object. Okay. So if you notice with my purple pen, I measured what? Did I measure in or around? If you said around, you're correct, because perimeter is the distance around the object. Okay. Now I have this word length and I have width. Okay. A length is anything that goes up and down. So if I look at this rectangle, I know that this is the length. Okay. Ooh, what did you notice? What did I abbreviate length for? If you said L, you're correct. So you're going to want to put an L here, because we're going to use that abbreviation L for length. So remember, length is anything up and down. The width is how wide something is, or from side to side. Okay, so we're going to do the width here. Oh, what did I abbreviate width with? With a W. Okay. Now, there are 3 formulas for perimeter, okay, that we're going to talk about today. Okay. And you guys learned about this, or you all learned about this in 3rd grade. Okay. So it says formula for perimeter. It says blank plus blank plus blank equals perimeter. Well, remember I'm measuring the outside of this, right? So this side is also a length, and this side is the width. Okay, up and down, length, width, side to side. Okay. So I have how many sides? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh wait, how many blanks? 1, 2, 3, 4. So the first perimeter, or the first formula we could use is we could do length plus width plus length plus width. And then we could get the perimeter of the whole side. So if I come down here, oh look, P equals, so another abbreviation for a perimeter is P. Okay, so if I have P equals blank plus blank plus blank plus blank, well, I know the first one we said is length. Okay, well, I'm going to use these squares around on my chart to find out what is the length of this rectangle. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, what's the length of that rectangle? It's 9. Okay, so I'm going to put 9 as the length. Okay, over here, let's find out the width. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I wonder if this width is the same as this width. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, it's 5. So if these are matching, do you think our lengths will match? If you said yes, you are correct. So I'm going to take those numbers and I'm going to add them, because remember, we're doing length plus width plus length plus width, which is one of our formulas. Okay, so I have 9 plus 5 plus 9 plus 5, right? And I know that 9 and 9 is 18, plus 10 more makes 28. Okay, so I should have 28 squares all the way around. So let's see if we're right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. Were we correct? Yes, it was 28 units. Okay, because each of those is a unit. So 28 units. So the perimeter of this rectangle is 28 units. So that's one formula. Okay, I can add up all the sides, because when I do perimeter, I'm doing the distance around the object, or the sides. So let's look at this new rectangle. It's a little different than this one, right? So I know that this is, the length goes up and down. So here's my length, here's my width, here's my width. But then I notice this equation is a little different than this first equation. So up here I had length, width, width, right? Well, if you notice, what's in front of this L? There's a 2, because how many lengths do I have? 1, 2. So my length is 2 times the length. Okay? So if my width, how many width do I have? I have 2. So it would be 2 times the width. Okay? So if I come down here, I need to know what to put on this line. Well, I still have to figure out what are the units for each length. So here we go. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this one is 5, okay, which I know this one makes it 5. So I'm going to do 2 times 5, right? Okay, so 2 times 5 plus 2 times, well, what's my width? Well, I don't know that yet, so let's find out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. My width is 6, and I know that stays the same for each of those, so it's 2 times 6, because that's my width, okay? So now, once I solve this, I go 2 times 5 is 10, 2 times 6 is 12, and then I'm going to add those together. 10 plus 12 is 22, okay? So this should be 22 units. Okay, let's see if I'm right. I'm going to check my work, because that's always important. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Was I 22 units? That's correct. So another way that I could do perimeter is doing 2 times the length and then 2 times the width. Okay, times them and then add them together will give you the total units around the rectangle, or the perimeter of the rectangle. All right, there's one more formula. If you notice up here, we multiplied both of those by what? 2, because each side has 2. I have 2 lengths, 2 widths, right? Well, I'm going to take 2 times, now this gets fun, are you ready? But what would I add here? Well, remember, we're doing all the way around, so I'm going to do the length plus the width. So if I just add up the length plus the width and I multiply it by 2, I can get my answer. Well, let's find out. 1, 2, 3 is the width up here, so I know that makes the width down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 is the length here, right? So my length is 9, my width is 3, okay? If I add those together, 9 and 3 makes 12. And then I'm going to multiply that 12 by 2. 12 times 2 is 24, correct? 24 what? 24 units. Okay, let's see. So I've got 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 21, sorry, 22, 23, 24. Sorry, I was trying to guess myself. Was I correct? Is the perimeter 24 units? Yes. Okay, So there are three different formulas that we can use for perimeter. The first one is I could just add up each side, the length plus the width plus the length plus the width. Okay. I could do perimeter 2 times the length plus 2 times the width. Or I could just add up the length and the width and multiply it by 2. Which do you think is faster? Adding up each side, multiplying it, and then adding it together, or adding the length and width and then multiplying that by 2. You have to decide which is the fastest way for you. I know for the fastest way for me is to do 2 times length plus width. So I'm going to do that again over here. So I know this is my length and my width. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh. Okay, so these are all going to be 5. So I'm going to do 5 plus 5. Okay, 5 plus 5 is 10 times 2. 2 times 10 is 20. Well, I'm just going to count it by 5. It's 5, 10, 15, 20. Oh, did I get the same answer? Yes, it's 20 units. So remember today you can use the 3 different formulas. You decide what works best for you. Adding all the sides together, multiplying or adding the 2 lengths together and 2 widths and then multiplying it, or adding the length and width and multiplying it by 2. You decide which is the best formula for you. Good luck today.